Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another exciting video for you guys. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I cut this 13x6 kinky straight frontal into a 6x6 closure, you guys. Like, it looks like a closure, but it technically was a frontal. Now, I don't think I've seen anybody do this video on YouTube before. I've seen people cut their frontals, like a separate frontal, into a closure and then make a wig out of it, but I haven't seen anybody use an pre-existing like pre-made wig and cut the wig into a closure wig. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it. It came out so good. I can't wait to show you guys the results. But first things first, this hair is from UNICE Hair. This is their Brazilian kinky straight in 18 inches. This is how long it comes on me. This is really pretty hair. When you wash it, it definitely does have like a lot of texture to it. If I have some footage of how the hair looks like before, I'll insert it. So you definitely need to take your time and press this hair out. I use the Conair Infinity Pro flat iron and it got the hair bone straight, you guys. Like, it is so flat, and you can pick this hair up on Amazon if you're interested. I'll have the price on the screen and all the information in the description box below so you guys can pick up this hair. You can get it shipped to you in 2 days if you have Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, make sure you click the link in my description box to sign up for your 30-day free trial so that you can get this unit, because honestly, you guys, it looks so natural. It looks really good. So without further ado, let's just get on into the video, because I can't wait to show you guys how I installed this wig, okay? So let's get right into it. Okay, you guys, so this is the wig. It's kinky straight. I've already went ahead and straightened it, laid down the parting. I tweezed the frontal. I plucked the part just a little bit. I'll probably have to pluck it some more. And I put a little bit of silk serum in it and just look at how much body this hair has. So it's very simple. All you need is scissors, a little comb. So what we're gonna do, this is the wig. I tried to part it down the middle, and I put this little mark on my wig head, if you guys can see, just so that I know that I'm in the center, so that when I'm cutting, I don't cut too uneven. So this right here is the ear tab, correct? So, and this whole part right here is supposed to be 13 inches. So if I cut it about 1/4 of the way on both sides, that'll leave me with 6 inches, I think. I don't really do math that well, but you know, that's what we're going for, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my ear as a guide and kind of just think like where on my head I would want it to stop. So I'm gonna try to cut off about this much of the frontal, because I want my sideburns to be out and I want the wig to stop like right here. So I'm gonna try to take off that much on both sides. So to do that, so we take our ear and we're gonna go about that much. So right where the frontal comes out, I'm gonna cut it right there. So I'm gonna take another T-pin and I'm gonna use that to go ahead and pin down this side of the wig so that it doesn't move. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go up and part out this section that I'm going to go ahead and cut. And I'm just gonna use one of these type of clips so that I can see what's going on. Okay, so once again, there goes the ear right there. I hope you guys can see. So here we are. I parted off. So kind of, I want you guys to really see this. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so you can see the construction of the wig. So this is the end of the frontal here, because you can see the wefted track of hair right there. So you don't want to cut this. If you start cutting anywhere near this, it's gonna make the wig fall apart. You don't want that. So you want to just cut around it to about right here. And this is about how much we're gonna cut off. So now that we have this hair out of the way and we know pretty much what we want to cut, now it's time to take your scissors. So starting from the very back, the end of the lace, which is right here, you guys can see that's the end of the lace right there. And this is normally where you construct your ear tab. So you're just gonna go ahead and cut this off. And as you go up, you want to make sure you're not cutting off any extra hair because you want to keep the wig nice and full, but all of this is gonna go. And make sure when you're finishing this off to curve it. You don't want this to be super boxy, so just curve it with your scissors like that. And when you take it off, it should look like this. We cut off just this portion of the wig, and that on both sides should give you about a 6 by 6. You feel me? As you guys can see, it's a really clean cut, and it's rounded. It's not super boxy and square. So make sure when you're cutting this, don't make it too square, because when the wind blows, you don't want it to look boxy. You want it to be nice and seamless, and it lays nice and flat. You can't even tell that there's a piece of the wig missing at all. It just all blends in. So that looks really good. So this side is complete. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. And I just kind of measure it with my hands, eyeball it, and go ahead and part out that section. And if you do it right, remember on the other side where I showed you guys that first track, it should be at that same spot. You should be able to see that very first track, and that's kind of the guide to where you should cut it. Now you could go ahead and measure this perfectly on both sides, but I am definitely more of a eyeball it and go type of girl. And once again, you see where the frontal comes out here, it kind of swoops out. Right under that is where we're going to start our cut, because that's what we did on the other side. And you just want to make sure all the excess hair is out of the way before you start cutting, because you don't want to lose too much hair out of the frontal. You just want to customize it a little. And this is about what we're going to cut off, as you guys can see. So it's literally just a small portion. And once again, I start at the back of the frontal. This side is a bit easier for me to cut because I am right-handed. And go ahead and continue cutting. Nice and rounded. Remember to cut this round. Don't cut it straight. And there you go. Same exact size piece. It's pretty much the same. I cut off a little bit more on the other side, but I think that's just because when I cut the ear tabs, when I originally made this wig, I cut it unevenly. So this is what it looks like with that piece missing, and the same thing on the other side. So now that we've done that, go ahead and comb the hair down. So now that we've done all that, I'm going to go ahead and sit down and show you guys how I can install this wig now that I've cut it into a 6 by 6 closure. So this is her. She looks really good now that she's straightened. It does take quite a bit of effort to get it straight, but as you guys can see, it did straighten beautifully. If I still have the footage, I'll insert the footage of me straightening it the very first time. It definitely came out better this time. I added some Silk Therapy oil to it before I straightened it, and that worked out a lot better. And I used mousse on the top of the wig so that it would lay much flatter. I will insert some pictures, girl. This wig was looking super bulky on top before, but yeah, it looks so much better now. So let's take this wig off the head, because this is going to be a really quick install. As you guys can see, it goes back 6 inches in the front, and on the sides we cut off so much of this frontal. If I have the before footage of the frontal, I will insert it as a side by side so you guys can see how much we cut off. And now I'm going to go ahead and adjust these straps on the inside. So I did fasten it quite tight. So we're going to put this on. Okay, trying to find the center. My wig cap is sliding back. Okay, so this is what we got going on. Okay, now when you look back, you guys, you can see my edges, and I'm gonna show y'all how we can lay this and make it look really natural. So now that the hair is straightened out, this wig is definitely a bit on the thin side. I believe this is supposed to be 150% density, and it's probably more like a 130 in my opinion. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put some powder in the parting because I feel like the parting is still not sticking out as much as I want to. And I'm not gonna take off my wig cap, so I'm just gonna try to ease out that transition. And sometimes, even though you bleach the knots, sometimes when you bleach the knots, it might not get the right color. So I'll usually have to go in and just put some powder in the part to make it look a little bit more natural. So that now that the wig is on, the part is laid, everything is super flat, the hair is nice and straight, I'm gonna show you guys how I glue down this wig. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Got to Be Glued gel. This is the Old Faithful. I've been using this for a really long time. So this bottle is almost done, and I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom this in so you guys can get a good idea of what's going on. Brush here that I use to apply the concealer to my part, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right here because that's where the wig is gonna sit, and just put a little bit over here as well. And I try to smooth it out, and I just let that get a little bit sticky before I go ahead and place the wig down on top of it. Then I'm gonna take it and pull it down onto where we need it to lay. And I'm gonna try to brush the hair out of the way so that it can really stick, and so that the hair won't stick to the glue, just the lace. And I just use the tip of my brush to go ahead and lay it super flat. Same thing over here. I'm just brushing it back so you guys can see what it looks like. And this piece right here is a really important piece because we're gonna use this as the transition baby hairs. Without even doing too much, it looks really natural. So I'm going ahead and letting that dry a bit. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. And honestly, you guys, like, wow. Because it looks so natural. It blends in with my hair so good. And it's almost completely stuck down. I know a lot of people love baby hair, and I usually do a baby hair with my natural hair as well. So I'm just gonna blend it in to my natural hair. Okay, so one side is done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then I will come back and show you guys what it looks like. So now that I learned my lesson from the other side, before I even lay the frontal, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down my baby hairs because I think it was a little bit harder to reach my real hair after I already laid the closure down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slick my hair back as much as I can. And this is gonna just make it look a lot more natural and just make it easier on me later. Now, if I was getting ready to go out, I definitely would go ahead and tie my edges down at this point so that they don't go anywhere throughout the night. But I'm not going anywhere. I just did my hair to show you guys. Okay, you guys, so I think that's everything. I really love how this turned out. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are gonna try this trick out. Let me know if you've used this method in the past, if you guys like how it turned out. I'm probably gonna do this to all of my frontal wigs because I hate frontals so much. They're so high maintenance. You have to do so much work to them. And honestly, girl, like, who has time? This is my first time trying the UNICE Brazilian Kinky Straight Hair. I've tried their body wave before and I've always loved their hair. So I would definitely recommend this hair to you guys. The only thing that I noticed is that the frontal did shed quite a bit after I bleached the knots, but that is to be expected. You're using high volume developer and bleach, it'll, you know, it might alter the integrity of the lace and you might see some shedding from that. But because the frontal was so dense, honey, it didn't even matter that it shedded a little bit, because I had to go in and tweeze out so much hair. I'll have on the screen how much hair I tweezed out of this frontal. It was a lot. It was very bulky on the top, and I went ahead and tweezed out a lot of it to get this really nice flat sleek look. So let me know if you want to see me do maybe crimps in this hair, if you want to see me curl it, maybe if you want to see me do like some hairstyles with some braided in the front, etc, etc. Let me know what you guys want to see, because I would love to bring those videos to you guys. But other than that, I really love this hair so far. I definitely will come back and update you and do a full dedicated review. But let me know if you guys like this trick. Share it with a friend, because I'm about to cut all of my wigs into closures, okay? Because I don't have time for frontals. They're so annoying and high maintenance. So yeah, thank you guys once again for watching this video. I appreciate all of your love and support, and I will see all of you beautiful people in my next one. Bye.